Hello everybody, this is Dino GTO, and this is just going to be a quick summary of how best to kill an OA. Now the OA is a Japanese tier 6 heavy, and it has the best armor at tier 6, depending on how you look at it. Frontally, it's unrivaled. Side armor wise, it's kinda weak, and the rear armor, there's no competition at all for that. Now, this thing has some unfortunate weak points, as in, well, fortunate for everybody fighting them, but unfortunate for the person driving it. And that is that no matter what angle you're looking at the front, there's always going to be somewhere where the armor is going to be 150 millimeters thick, flat. And that is these little turrets here. Now, depending on how they come around a corner, there will always be something to shoot at that's 150 millimeters thick, and that is really good news for everybody who's fighting them. And if they're frontally facing you, just aim at these wee turrets here in the very front. You can easily go through them. And the turret is also 150 millimeters thick, so if you ever get the side of the turret, you can fire that there. Although if you can see the side of the turret, chances are you can probably see the side, so you would always shoot the side. The side is the biggest weak point of this machine, and from my experience, shooting here in this area here seems to set them on fire a lot, so try and shoot here if you possibly can, just to try and kill them as fast as possible. Now, other weak points include this area here and here, where if they're ever coming around a corner and they're angled like this, just shoot the front drive wheel and you'll probably do some damage to the tracks. You probably won't track it immediately, but you will do damage, nearly guaranteed. You have to be extremely unlucky not to do damage by shooting there, and as I said earlier, even if it comes around a corner like this, there's still an area here that's exactly 150 millimeters thick. So no matter what area, like, you should never fire at this area here because that is sloped back. It may only be slight. Oh, and you should never fire at this area here because that's sloped back surprisingly well. But even on the rear, it has this little issue where there's always an area which is in the 150 zone of armor. You could also shoot these little circular things on the top, but I don't recommend that because if you get a wee bit of unlucky RNG, the armor shoots up dramatically. So these little turrets are weak points. Not actually weaker in terms of armor, but they're weaker in terms of their angling. So these are the best places to shoot if you can't get a shot here. These little areas here are only 35 millimeters, so practically anything can pen them. Like even tier 4 scouts, I think, can pen that. So just depending on the situation, you're either better shooting here. You may need some premium ammunition sometimes because these things are renowned for how insane their armor is. And I'm just going to look into the bit machines here which are best for dealing with these things. First off is the Su-100. The Su-100 is an interesting choice because it gets the option of a 122mm gun, which is 175 pen, which is really usable against an OI. And if you're able to hit that little 35mm zone, you're, I think, guaranteed to go through with a gun of that caliber. Now, the reason why I've chosen this over any of the other tier 6 tank destroyers is because, unlike any of the others, this thing has the ability to actually tank a shot from one potentially. As in, if they're using 150mm, you'll be able to tank maybe one hit, if depending on the angle that they're going to hit you at. So if you're able to side scrape slightly, you'll be able to get them to hit off here, and the chances are they'll probably bounce. And if you ever get one firing up at you, they will probably bounce as well. And if you're facing frontally at them and they're firing HE with that 150mm, then they will not pin this. So you will be able to survive a hit. You won't survive with much health, and you'll probably have your gun knocked out, but you will survive a hit. That is the main reason why I've chosen this over things like the Hellcat and the Nashorn for like the tier 6 tank destroyer candidate. And honestly, none of the other heavy tanks, well, other than the ones that are coming up later in this list, are really good enough to to be able to compete with the OI. Like the VK3601 is just not good enough. The Churchill 7 is a lot better in HD than it was in SD, but it's still just not got the armor that it needs to be able to compete. And it's kind of ironic that the Churchill 7, even though it's slower, like way slower, actually has worse armor than the OI, so it's weird. But this 175mm gun, or 175mm pen gun, combined with the armor this thing has, is what makes it my number 3 choice. Number 2 choice is the ARL44. This is kind of a, I would guess, probably a weird choice in most people's minds because a lot of people think this thing's crap, and that's really not true. This thing here has the best armor of any of the French heavy tanks, tier for tier in the game. It has 120 sloped on the front, 50 down here, which is an auto bounce. Nobody's ever going to pin this area unless you're coming over a ridge at them. It has 10 degrees of gun depression, which is really, really usable, as you can see. And it gets a beast of a gun. This 90mm DCF-45 is the best gun penetration wise at tier 6, as far as I remember. There might be one gun that's better than it, but this is the best one, like usability wise, because it's got a turret. This thing, it does have some issues though, and that is that the turret does not have the armor thicknesses to be able to take a hit from the AP shot from the OI. If an AP shot hits this area or this area, or this area here, it will go through and it will deal damage, but that's only if you remain exposed for long enough to actually allow them to aim there. If you're only exposing yourself over a ridge line, taking a shot, falling back, then repeating the process, then you'll probably be able to out-compete the OI. Now, it also has 60mm of side armor here and 50 here, which means that it's able to actually side scrape, unlike any of the other French heavy tanks, which is nice. And that just makes it a nice overall package for dealing with because of this monstrous gun. And it has another gun option, the 170mm pen gun. Both of these are 90mm, 240 damage shots, so it'll take you about 5 shots, but you will kill the OI pretty easily. Now, this 90mm is also a good, decent gun choice. If you use APCR, you're practically guaranteed to pin with every shot, and you've got a faster rate of fire as a result, and a better aiming time. Accuracy's a little worse, but that comes with the increased rate of fire, so you can pump more shots out and you'll eventually hit the target. It doesn't really matter. Oh, and the Su-100, that's an unintended like advantage for the Su-100, is the lengthy reload. I think it's like 10 seconds, if not longer. Yeah, but 12-second reload. That means you can fire a shot, fall back, reload, and then move forward and fire again. This reload allows you to maintain, well, maintain is the wrong word. It allows you to remain not a priority target. It decreases your exposure. That's the way I was looking to express that, but kind of messed up, man. But whatever. It means you're exposed for a lot less time, and you're able to just fire, fall back, and that just over time. That just means that you're just going to be able to maintain your health better. And the final choice, now I've finished dealing with the Su-100, is the T-150, mainly because this thing at tier 6 overall is the best armored machine at tier 6. It gets a monster gun, and it only has really 2 weak points. That is the large side turret silhouette and the little gunner hatch here, but you can just like, here's how you make people miss that. Literally just do this. And maybe raise your gun up as well, because that puts people off sometimes, so that's literally the only 2 weak points this thing has. It has monstrous side armor for side scraping. and it's a 167 pin gun with about 6 rounds a minute, and it can fire in like 8.5 seconds if you have fully kitted out 100% crew, vents and a rammer. So this thing can really put out the shots really quickly. It might not pan as reliably as their ARL-44, but the mixture of its mobility and its just raw armor make it the better choice in my opinion. Now, these are the best for dealing with this thing at tier 6. Tier 7s are not going to have any issues with this thing, but at tier 6 this thing dominates currently, and it's only really in situations where it can't hide its side armor that this thing suffers. Oh, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but if you shoot in this general area here, and here, you seem to be able to set these things on fire a lot, which will help you a lot with just getting rid of their health. So try and focus on this general area to kill these things faster. I hope this has helped people to try and kill these things faster, because the T-44-100 mission is coming up, the marathon mission, and these things are going to become a lot more popular really soon. So I hope this has helped. Leave any comments. Let me know if I've missed any other machines I should cover. I'll probably cover the OA experimental, the tier 5, in a different video, but I think that's it for this one. See you in the next one.